Hey Taurus, this is Faith with the Fifth Dimension, and I am here to do a general reading for the sign of Taurus. Please subscribe as my channel is new and it would help it grow and hopefully bring healing to a lot of people. Um, I am going to pick up on the viewer's energy of someone who has passed on in their life, but that person is a guide for them here on earth. Now, this is different than your guardian angel. Your guardian angel is picked at birth. This extra guide that we are all given, each of us, is a loved one who has passed on, who you had a pretty strong connection with here on earth, or you had a solid, strong connection with them here on earth. Even if you didn't get along, that doesn't mean that they don't love you and that they aren't with you right now here on earth as a guide. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to close my eyes. I'm going to pray and meditate, and the divine is going to bring me someone for the Taurus viewer. Then I'm going to pull some cards and some extra tools to confirm that the person that comes forward is in fact who you're thinking of at this time. Okay. I have coming forward a man who is about 60 years old, maybe mid 60s, or even if he was older or a little younger, that was his energy. Um, I have that he was heavy set, um, not all over, but he just had a broad chest and broad shoulders, and he had a larger size torso. Um, I have that he was a pretty commanding person in the sense that he was a leader wherever he worked. If he wasn't in management, which I don't know why I don't see him in management, I see him as like a lead at his workplace or a supervisor at his workplace. I see him working until the end of his death. Like, I mean, he was always into something. He loved his job. He was there every day. He was probably one of the first people to arrive. And I see him scurrying around the office, or a trailer. Like, so maybe he was worked at a plant, a factory, or a construction site, something like that. And he was in charge. He was either the superintendent, the supervisor, the lead on the line that he worked at, but he had a very commanding presence. I mean, he had some health issues that really most of us have come up, which was like high cholesterol, high blood pressure. He didn't take really good care of himself. I'm sorry, but I keep getting that he buttered his bread like really thickly. So he'd butter his bread, and when he took a bite, you could see his teeth marks in the butter. Loved butter. Someone cooked for him, some loving woman cooked for him, or I don't get that he cooked for himself, but or he went to restaurants that had, the meat and three type of person. I think he was often misunderstood. He was a big teddy bear. He was a great grandfather. I see two, possibly three small grandchildren. They were young when he passed. Um, his passing was unexpected, and yet he did not take care of himself. So you probably always worried about him and his lack of care as far as going to the doctor and eating healthy and keeping his weight down and things like that. Let me go ahead and pull a few things. I have a bowl of marbles that are representative of eye color. So I'm going to make a little bit of noise here and try to have the divine lead me to the right eye color. That was his. All right. I have that he had blue eyes. Now the other side of this marble is a hint of brown. So they might have been a little hazel, but definitely mostly blue. Very beautiful. I think his eyes were small, or he just kept his eyes kind of, what do I want to say? I mean, he wasn't walking around, He kept his eyes kind of like where you had to really look into his face and look into his eyes to see how beautiful his eye color really was. I have that did he have sandy colored hair or like red? Maybe he was a little bit redheaded when he was young, and so he when he started to gray, it was kind of like a mix of red and gray in his hair. Maybe if he grew a beard, it had red, but I don't see facial hair on him. I see, a clean shaven face with beautiful blue eyes. All right. So now I'm going to pull some numbers. I have made my own cards up, and I'm going to ask the divine to guide us. This man, please confirm, give us his birth month, his death month, his birthday, or his death day. And I just let them fall to the floor when I shuffle them. So excuse me while I pick them up. Wow. I received a lot. Did he have, I want to say like 6 children, or, maybe it was a second marriage, and with his wife and his children combined, it was 6. But when I see these kind of numbers, it almost makes me feel like they might be children, possibly, the ages of his children, or one of these numbers could represent the date of his birthday or the date of his passing. 20, 22, 31, 25, 21. But I almost feel like these are children, grown children, or maybe when you guys got together, this was the age of your children approximately, or this could represent an address of your home, the last 4 digits of a cell phone, etc. So don't force it to fit, but kind of think outside the box also. All right, so now we're going to pull some letters. I've made a deck of letter cards, and I'm going to close my eyes and ask the divine for the Taurus viewer's person who is an extra guide here on Earth, and I heard them fall. Wow, okay, so I normally receive 3. I received 4. I have the letters S, F, G, and V. So these would be possibly his initials. Could be your initials. I had a reader, I did a reading, and I had the person tell me that their initials came up. So this would just be confirmation that this reading is for you. But these could possibly be his initials, or some of these letters could have been encompassed in his first, middle, or last name. All right. All right, so now I'm going to do my favorite part. This is a message directly from him to you. So I call these cards my Stairway to Heaven cards because I feel that this is the divine allowing your loved one from the 5th dimension to speak to you on the 3rd dimension, which is where we all live right now. So, all right, divine for the Taurus viewer, for their person, please let this man speak, this very loving man. I think he was a family man. Please let him speak to his loved one who he stands beside here on Earth as an extra level of love and protection. Okay, so he was kind of quiet, right? Like when he spoke, people listened. I believe, like I said, he was authoritative. All right. I'm going to do that again because too many fell. Divine for Taurus' person, if he could speak, what would he say to his loved one at this time? Spirit, let's bring forth some cards for this fine gentleman. with the beautiful blue eyes. Uh, okay. It happens for a reason. So I think, like I said at the beginning, his passing was sudden, but it was his time to go. So Taurus, I hope that you enjoyed this. I hope I brought someone significant forward, a significant person in your life. I hope that they were brought forward today. And if not, please watch next week. And as I bring in a new person for the viewers,